So, it's me, your little boy, K Samson. I have something special for us today. You know, what are you allowing them to pour in? You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you allow people to pour into your life. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you allow people to pour into your life. It truly matters. What are you allowing people to pour into your life? And what are you pouring into your life? It look funny, but what you allow in your life will be the result of what you will get in time to come. Because let me be realistic with us. Let me be real with us. The reason why many of us are still like we are not comfortable with where we are. We are not satisfied with what we are doing right now. We look like we ought to be above above where we are right now. We ought to be ahead of it, because sometimes we don't study who is pouring in our life and who is pouring out in our life. That is why you need to be careful what you do, what you observed in, because what a man bring out don't destroy them, but what you take in, that is what destroy the man. So be careful whom you take as your mentor. Be careful whom you keep as a friend. Be careful whom you keep as your what, as your brother, as your sisters, because what sometimes many of them will also be the cost, the reason why you are not growing the way you ought to grow. Let me explain. The reason why I'm saying you need to be careful what you allow in your life and what people are pouring in. The reason why Samson died is because of what Delilah was pouring in. Not because Samson ought to die like that. It's because of what Samson allowed Delilah to pour in. What are you pouring in? And what are you pouring out? Many of us, the moment we see people around us, the moment we fall in love, the moment we love someone, the moment we see new people, the moment we see job, the moment we see opportunities, the moment we see things, it look like, or maybe we traveled to places that we have never been before. We forget the faith, because many of us, the moment we meet new people, we forget where we do used to be. We forget where we are coming from. We forget our faith. We forget our standard. There's something that one of my friends tell me, one day. He said, something, this is Europe, If you are in Africa, you do the stuff that they are doing in Africa. The moment you come to Europe, you forget the things of Africa. I look at him, I said, God forbid evil. Never will I forget my tradition, where I come from, because I am here in Europe. What am I trying to say is this: be careful of what you take in, because it is better for you to be what? To dodge a bullet than to allow the bullet hit you before you start, before you start to check way to escape it. So what am I trying to say? Be careful of whom is pouring in you and what you are allowing them to pour in your life. Because sometimes many of us have that courage to do extraordinary. Many of us have dreams. Many of us have purpose. Many of us know that this is what God have called us to do, and this is our mission on earth. Many of us know that we are called for greatness. We are called for magnificent purposes. Many of us know that there is a purpose why God allow us to be where we are today. Many of us know that there is a reason why God is still with us. It's not by mistake. Many of us know that we have that mentality of living legacy while we are living, but just because of what we are allowing to pour people to pour in our life, and what we are pouring out, and what we are pouring in. Because the moment you start to allow people who are failing to pour into your life, nothing else that they will pour rather than failure. Yes, believe me. Because someone who is failing in life will never have any other thing to pour in your life rather than failure. Someone who don't want to leave legacy, who don't want to be successful, nothing that they are going to leave in you, nothing that they are going to pour inside you rather than what the same thing that they have in them, because you can't give that which you don't have. You will always give that which you have. So be careful, be mindful what you allow in your life and what people are pouring in you. May God bless you. Remain blessed.